Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Tap into spirit during these times. Tap into spirit. And if y'all notice, I very rarely talk about spirit or deity during my Sunday podcast. And that's because I'm respectful of anyone's path. But one of the things that we can agree on, well, the majority of us can agree on, there is something greater than us on this earth. And the majority of the people who will hear this podcast follow some type of religious or spiritual path. The majority. And even for the agnostics and the atheists who might hear this, they actually have a path. It may be more science, but it's something. Everyone has something, and it's something greater than them. Right? Tap into spirit during this time. Because one of the things with spirit, there are things unseen. There are things unseen, and there is faith. And it's the one thing that can really help everyone during this time. You know, whatever your path calls for, it might call for meditation, it might call for prayer, it might call for actual ritual. Tap into that during this time. This is a tough time. This is a tough time, and that's when it's needed the most. And that's something based on the material, because millions of people have lost their jobs. There have been so many families have had at least one family member who succumbed to this terrible virus, this pandemic. You know, it's tough. It's a tough thing. You never know. You could lose someone suddenly. I know when someone personally just lost a relative to this pandemic, and you got to say, wow, because science. I mean, let's be real. The material world hasn't figured out a way to stop it. Obviously, yeah, you have scientists and everything working on some type of cure. But, you know, they're still in the testing phase, and there's no telling how long this will be, how long the disruption will be. You know, many people are saying it might not get back to normal. But what is greater than all of this? Whether you use the term God, Allah, Goddess, universe, infinite intelligence, there's something greater than all of this. Something that we need to tap into, whatever your particular path is. Tap into it. Have faith in that path, or in some of the paths you might need knowledge. Whatever the case is, you got to tap into it during these times. You got to have something greater than what you're hearing in the media, greater than what you're seeing, because this is tough. This is a disruption. Let's just be real with it. Things ain't gonna go back to what the norm was. Even when the economy's going to open back up again at some point, but there's a lot of businesses, you know, even with government help, they're not going to be the same. A lot of things, you know, a lot of people have gotten used to working, you know, cooking food at home. So restaurants, even when stuff open up, people might say, well, shoot, I'm used to this now. You know, there's going to be a lot, even though it's been said, a lot of people have said, sometimes jokingly, sometimes with seriousness, there'll be a lot of babies born later on in the year in 2021. There's also going to be a lot of divorces. There's a lot of relationships. There's a lot of tension between people. There's going to be a lot of change. It's an upheaval, you know. And, you know, some of it's good, some of it's bad, you know. Many people who are really concerned about the earth itself are saying, hey, you know what? These places, pollution is like being different. Water's getting cleaner and everything. But that's a change. It's going to be a change all the way around. And it's not always easy to go through change, especially when it's sudden. If great change is gradual, yeah. But if it's sudden and no telling, I mean, there's no telling what the ultimate outcome could be. But, you know, I would say, just in general, whatever term you want to use, I'll use the general term God. Whatever your path is, I'll say, hey, trust in God. Put your hands in God. You know, trust is like no matter what. Say your prayers. Have faith that you'll be able to get through. That's the main thing. Faith is a belief in belief in things unseen. You got to tap into it. You got to tap into it. No joke. And like even for those who may not follow a path, okay, well, have faith in the science. Have faith in something greater, something bigger than you. You know, tap into it. Like for the people, I mean, you know, whatever your path is. Now I'm gonna tell you what, these times also gonna test your path. Are you one of those people that maybe go to church, temple, you know, synagogue, wherever, you know, circle in the woods or something, you know, just for cultural thing, or are you really tapping in to what's there, what it's supposed to represent? And actually, if you truly tapped in, you can do that in your living room. Now, like I said, I don't promote a path, but my personal view is God is everywhere. Everywhere. So you can tap into it no matter in your living room if necessary. In your bedroom, shoot, in your bathroom. But whatever your path is, you got to tap into it during these times more than ever. More than ever. In fact, once things normalize a bit, I wouldn't be shocked to see a renaissance in attendance in many places. You know, temple, you know, whatever your spiritual circle is, attendance at wherever they gather. I wouldn't be surprised. Because we need to. We got to go beyond what's there. We got to go beyond. Because that taps into a deeper level of calmness, faith. Now, like I said, I don't promote anything. I'll just say for my personal thing, I'm actually calm through all of this. And without promoting a thing, God is greater than all of this. God is bigger than all of this. I don't care what people happen, politicians, all of that. God is bigger. And if you don't want to use God, use whatever term is comfortable with you. But God is bigger than all of this, you know? And there's always a plan. There's always something. You know, like even though there's a lot of bad stuff, I already see there's some good things that are coming. Yeah, some businesses are going to go out, but that happens normally. Yeah, some relationships going to break up, but honestly, that happens normally. You know, a lot of truth is coming out. Maybe we need that to happen now. You know, because remember, in life, the sun always comes up in the morning. It might, 10 years from now, people might look back at this and say, yeah, that was a bad time, but look what we have now. Look at the things we've created. Like I said, I've seen, we got couples breaking up, but then I'm seeing couples spend more time together. Just where I've lived, I've seen like whole families interacting with each other where I had never seen that before. Whole families out together, maybe riding bikes, walking or something, doing something. Of course, it's under 10 people, People interacting with their children where they didn't interact the same way before. People actually developing their culinary skills where they might not have done so before. And no telling what this can do. One of the overall things, regardless of what your path is, what you believe, I'm seeing the good in many people coming out. I'm seeing a lot of good. When I'm out walking with some total strangers who might not have acknowledged me at first, are like, hey, how you doing today? People being helpful as best as possible, keeping their distance but still being helpful, being friendlier. So, and maybe this is spirit's way, however or deity's way, whatever term you want to use, way of saying, hold up, we got to reset something. I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. But whatever the case, right now, we going through it right now, though. But have your faith. Keep that strong. Keep that strong. Tap into it during these times. So that's all I have for today. Stay strong, stay faithful. Peace and blessings.